Hey guys, my name is Meister, and today we're going to be delving into the wonderful world of Mekanism and creating our own little factory down here. But first I want to ask you guys what we should name our cat. Please leave a comment below with your ideas. So today I wanted to go through our quest book and go through our Mekanism tree, and this will help us get an ore processing factory, and it'll show us a lot of really cool stuff to do. I've already done a couple of things, which is just getting basic power. Now to start off, I have this infusing factory, which is just a metallurgic infuser turned into a factory type block. And so we're going to take this, and we're going to take this importer and exporter, and we're going to place it down in our little factory room, and let's hook it up to the power. Blah, there we go. It's just like the metallurgic infuser. It'll take our iron and our osmium and whatever else we put into it, and it'll turn it into the stuff that we need. And I've got some speed upgrades and some muffling upgrades to make it not so loud. But let me show you what it does. So if I take a stack of iron, I'll put one in there and this one in there. Let's also get some osmium and put in there. And it'll start using the redstone that we have built up, and it'll just start making stuff. Now what I have done is I have put a network receiver in here, which is attached to our refined storage system. And I will put that right there, and it'll start automatically pumping in redstone for us. You have to change the config to accept it though. Yeah, look at that. It's already done doing the iron, and now I just got to do the osmium. We get these infused alloys, and now we have these basic controllers, and that's just a basic setup in order to automate everything. We can also put an importer onto it somehow. Let me do this energy differently. And now we can put this importer right there. Look at these two. Constantly going up. And yeah, this will make the whole process of going into Mekanism a lot easier, because we're going to need a lot of this stuff. It's gonna take us quite a bit. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna design this a little differently. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what I just did is I just put the cable behind the wall. I put this up one so that we can run the importers, because we're going to need multiple of these because there's multiple steps using these. So I put it up a block so that we can run importers below them and just cover them up with these stairs. And I put these exporters on top because we need to configure these. Alright guys, so the first step in our quest is to make this enrichment chamber. It says I've already done it. I don't know why. But the first step is to make this enrichment chamber, which is going to be, well, fairly easy. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be this easy. All we're going to need is some of those control circuits we were making earlier. Iron, redstone, and some steel casing, which I've actually made some steel seeds in Mystical Agriculture. So now we have like a ton of steel essence. Look at that, 16,000 steel essence. And we can turn that into some steel. Look at that. So let's get a couple bits of those. Now we're getting a lot actually. All right, put that into our system. And now we can start making some steel stuff. All right, so we'll just get this steel casing crafted up with all the steel that we have, and let's get 8 of these crafted up. Put those into our system, just have a stockpile in case we need them in the future, and let's start making our enrichment chamber. I'll just do that, get everything that I need, and now let's take a look at this thing. There we go guys. I just decided to put some glass in front of the cable walls just to make it look all nice and factory like, because you got to see the cables in factories. Hey baby. You ready to go to bed? Okay, I'll be there in just a minute, okay? I love you. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go take care of the girlfriend. Please enjoy this montage of cat noises. Alright guys, so I got this enrichment chamber set up, and we're not going to really do anything with this right now. This is just the first step in the process to making or to finishing these quest lines, which is all building up to making an ore processing factory. I think we can use like a digital miner or something. Yeah, down here something. A digital miner or like some kind of quarrying thing. And it'll take ores, run it through our ore factory, and give us like a buttload of ores or materials. So that's what this is all leading up to, by the way. So since we got that, the next step is to make this electrolytic separator. How in the world am I going to make that? All right, an electrolytic separator. It doesn't look too hard. Just need an electrolytic core, which is also not very hard. We just need some dusts of some kind. All right, so let's get our 2 dusts. Let's get some gold dust and some iron dust. Keep our hammer on us. And let's put that in the system. Now let's make our electrolytic core. Put that into the system, and now we can make an electrolytic separator. There we go. Now the separator does is it separates liquids and gases. So this will turn, say water, for example, it says down here, it'll turn water into hydrogen and oxygen. And you can use those for different things, like this gas burning generator can burn the hydrogen for power, and the oxygen can be used in this purification chamber, which is the next step. So let's get that. Let's make a purification chamber. Not very hard, but we're gonna have to go back to our infuser to get these advanced control circuits. No, we don't actually. I thought we did. Oh, we need an enrichment chamber for that, so we need to make another one of these. So we get an enrichment chamber, and we are going, okay. So we already had some advanced control circuits, which I didn't know about. All right, so we'll just put our new enrichment chamber into the crafting recipe and make a purification chamber. All right, and what this purification chamber does is it purifies our ores. It turns raw ore into 2 clumps, as it says right here. You can see that. Basically just like doubling our ores. And we can send it through a crusher to get it to turn into dirty dust, and an enrichment chamber to get it turned into clean dust, and we can smelt that into an ingot. And this is where you can see the process is starting to happen. All right, so now that we have these placed down, in order to get this electrolytic separator to work, we're going to need to make ourselves a sink. So this sink counts as an infinite water source. All right, so I have this little setup. Doesn't look very good at all. This is just temporary, just to show you guys how it's gonna work. So we're gonna pipe in water from the sink into this electrolytic separator. It's gonna turn into hydrogen and a little bit of oxygen. And the oxygen is gonna be pumped into, if we can open up our config, is gonna be pumped into this, you see? This requires oxygen to run. It's gonna be pumped into the purification chamber. And then the purification chamber is gonna be piped into, or it's gonna pipe its items into a crusher. And the crusher is going to be piped into the enrichment chamber, and the enrichment chamber is going to be piped into a smelter. And that is the process for now. I should say. All right, guys. So the next thing we need to do is we need to make a crusher, and then we need to make a smelter. Now we need 2 buckets of lava. Aha, some lava. Now let's get our crusher made. There we go. We'll just break this, plop this down right here. There we go. Now we have a crusher. All right, and the final step is to make ourselves a smelter, which you already have, but I'm gonna make one for the theme of everything. So we're gonna make this energized smelter. We're just gonna, oh, it doesn't have any power. There you go, plop it down right there. Put an importer below it. There we go. All right, so we got a little setup. Let's see how it works. So first we gotta configure everything. So we got this pumping into this. This is gonna output, into this. This is gonna output into this. And then this is gonna output into this. So yeah, I've got a bunch of ores just stockpiled. So let's do 9 iron ore. Just throw it into this purification chamber. Oh, so it makes 3 iron clumps. So it's gonna go into the crusher. Iron clumps is gonna make this dirty iron dust, which is gonna get piped into this enrichment chamber. And the dirty iron dust is gonna get turned into regular iron dust. And that's gonna get piped into this energized smelter, giving us an iron ingot. Now this is going to go all into our system. It's a very nice basic setup, but we can do so much more with this. Now let me get away from the noise. We can do so much more with this. This is just a simple setup. We can use more chemicals and like do other stuff. I can't exactly explain it because I haven't done my research yet. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video showcasing the very beginnings of Mekanism. This is only going to be a part 1, so I do plan on doing part 2 next week, where we're going to go deeper into Mekanism, get a digital miner. We're going to start quarrying, and we're going to pipe those materials into our ore processing factory, and hopefully we're going to have a lot more to do in the process. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.